Men all think I have to do big things. If the house is on fire, I'll get up and fix it. But if it's, emptying the trash, wait for the maid to do it, or whatever. It's we don't have the knowledge, the experience that little things with a woman has a big impact, lots of little things. So, and women basically don't ask for little things like, just even the romantic gesture of a man walking to open a door for a woman first, instead of just walking ahead, getting in the car and leaving her there. Okay. When you sort of objectively look at this, you're trying to create a bonding here, do something for her. And then she responds, well, that makes life a little more comfortable. Now, if you're in a hurry and you're rushing, there's a logical reason. That's not going to be a romantic date. As a matter of fact, anytime you rush, it's not romantic, because maybe on a certain level it could be romantic, but generally speaking, the big romantic hormone is first women feeling safe. Now, that's a Venus hormone. It's called oxytocin. So first she feels safe and relaxed. Once she feels safe and relaxed, then she can ask a man for help or depend on him for certain things, and her estrogen will go higher and higher and higher. That's what's essential. And it's not all the time that she has to ask for help. If you look at a woman's natural cycle, estrogen has to go up high to the top level in the first 14 days from the start of the period, around that. It's always changing, but then the next 12 days or 14 days, it's the progesterone needs to go up, and estrogen still has to be there, but just less than progesterone. So she still needs to feel I have support, I can be myself, I can open up, my partner's there for me, I'm not worried about sharing what I feel with him. I can just open up and he's always there for me. Now, you might be thinking, well, how can a guy always be there for you? I'll tell you. But first, I want to finish that point. If progesterone goes down in the second part of her cycle, that means she's not doing what she likes to do. Doing what you like to do, what you enjoy doing, is raising progesterone. So women, if they're suicidal, it's always in the 5 days before their period starts, or generally speaking. It's most depression, most PMS and PCOS, all these problems happen when women's progesterone levels are too low at that time of the month. What increases progesterone is doing what you like. Now, as you get older, you don't have such a clear-cut cycle. What you have is, theoretically, you learned through a life of wisdom, what are the things I like to do, and doing those things. And I also look, what do I need? What am I dependent on? And how do I get it? You only get it if you ask for help. You can only ask for help unless you realize the value of asking for help, and also the obstacle to asking for help. And one was, you're afraid of looking ridiculous. You're afraid of looking weak. You're embarrassed by that. You've got this good male ego who says, look what I can do. And that's good. But I can also do the most difficult thing, which is to become vulnerable, which I wouldn't do at work. I'm not going to share my fears. I'm not going to share my insecurities. I'm not going to share my frustrations. If you're really on your male side, you push all your emotions down. And what brings you back to your female side is learning how to process emotions. Okay, processing emotions is so important. To get in touch with your emotions. And most women they can talk about what's bothering them. They can complain. And what they've learned is you don't complain to the man. That's a big turnoff. But you have to be in touch with the female part of you making estrogen. And ironically, we have all these obstacles to asking for help. One is you don't even know what you need, or you'd have a belief system that says, I'll look weak, or I can do it myself, or I've asked before and he forgot. So I should just not belabor the point. Or you do belabor the point, nag. That's what nagging is asking over and over, being dissatisfied you didn't get. These are hard lessons to learn, but you at least have to know what you're trying to learn here is how to be feminine. And when you're feeling trusting, when you're feeling at ease, when you feel safe to ask for help, you're being feminine. Just want to acknowledge that. You want to know how to come to your female side? We have processes to help you go there. But first of all, just know what keeps you from when you're not there. If you're stressed, you're making dramatically less estrogen, or you're making dramatically less progesterone. And, for some women to make progesterone, we know some people are more introverted, some people are more extroverted. The extrovert woman needs more social bonding. She needs lots of friends. She needs to talk to people, all of that. I was watching an interview with Oprah and Michelle Obama, and Michelle was saying she had 10 really good friends. And And Oprah said, you do? She was shocked. She said, I've just got one. Okay. So that it seems to work for Oprah. Okay, if it does. But if you're more introverted as a woman, you have to pamper yourself. Okay, that's doing what I like to do for me, which might be called selfishness. You know, your friends are saying, oh, would you do this for us? Would you do this for us? And you say, in your mind, you're going, well, okay, I'll do that, because you don't want to say no. But actually you can. This is a way to learn how to say no. It's an important skill. Is I'd love to, I can't. That's all. It says, I'd love to, I can't. Because the real reason is I want to go take a bubble bath. You know, I'm going to go for a walk in nature. I want to go to the gym. And somebody thinks you're going to take a bubble bath. That's more important than what I've asked you for. So don't tell them you want to take a bubble bath, or you want to sit at home and read a book, or you want to watch a movie on TV. Do something that you enjoy doing. Do what you like to do as a balance to what you have to do. There are things we have to do. It's just when we have to do, that's testosterone production. That's Mars hormone. When you do something from urgency, from risk and danger, you know, it's like, I have to get this done or something bad will happen. I promised to do it, so I'm going to do this and I got to do this. All that feeling of independence and challenge raises testosterone. Now, testosterone is a good hormone for women. Women actually make more testosterone than estrogen or progesterone. But when you compare a woman to a man makes 10 to 20 times more testosterone than a woman makes and needs to make. So we need stimulation that says, I have a goal and I can achieve that goal. And our goal, as soon as we have a certain level of self-esteem as a male, look at my job, look what I do, I can do this, I can do that. And then you're going to feel something's missing. And what's missing is you're not sharing your competence and your skills to make someone special happy, to fulfill them. Then you can experience, I'm happier than I would normally be. I mean, I remember when I married Bonnie, it was so sweet. I was very happy in my life, very free, very accomplished. I was famous as a monk. You know, I was teaching all around the world, okay? And my posters were everywhere. Then I stopped and married after a few years. Got married one woman. That was a mistake. Moved to another. And that was Bonnie. And I just realized, you know, I'm so happy and fulfilled in my life, but it was like black or white. A woman brings color into a man's life. It brings juice it brings arousal, excitement, joy. We can't get there without women. This is why men, if they get a divorce, within 3 years, they're married again in most cases. Within 2 years. You know, and he's already dating right away. And a woman goes, whoa, wait a second. Because for women, it's like average is 9 years. 9 years. You know, I just talked to one of my friends in her 70s, and she said, okay, I need to let the world know there's a fire still burning in me. I said, you know? So now she's like going to shift into that gear. It takes women often longer to get there because they can get love in so many different ways. The primary way a man can feel higher levels of love, besides having children, that's one kind of love, is to have a woman depend on him and appreciate him and trust him. And he does things that have meaning in her life. That's what men are looking for. That's what they're needing. So it's like, think of it as he penetrates her. He does something for her. She responds with happiness. She responds with gratitude. She responds with trust. She responds with, my life is better because of you. That's what makes men bond with women. That's when he wakes up to that. He has interest in her.